There's nothing separate that can happen outside of this. Because there's no outside here. Everything is this. So any question arising, thoughts, emotions, seeking, it's just this. So there's really nowhere to go, because there isn't anyone to go anyway. So yeah, everything is okay, just the way it is. Whether there seem to be a question appearing or no questions, it doesn't really matter. Keeping quiet or not, it doesn't matter. It's not this, because we are now talking about it. It's just this, even when there's no talking going on. Yeah. So everything is this. Everything is this. No matter what may seem to arise, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, and it's not anybody's thoughts or anybody's thought. It's just a thought that seems to appear. So nobody owns it. It's just happening. You know, it's not happening to anyone or for anyone. It's just happening. It's just a thought. It belongs to nobody. So yeah.
I get that part, that belongs to nobody.
Yeah, it belongs to nobody. And nobody's thinking thoughts. Nobody will ever think thoughts. Thoughts are just there. And they're not even thoughts. They're just this. They cannot be known. They cannot be seen. They cannot be held in view. They're just nothing. There's nothing. So what seems to be you who have thoughts is just an imagination that seems to appear in this as this, because there's nobody there. There's nobody who's thinking thoughts. There's nobody who is facing any problem. There's nobody who's looking for anything. There's nobody who's searching. There's nobody who's not yet enlightened. There isn't anybody who will become enlightened. There's just this. So nobody's in trouble. Nobody's waiting for anything to happen. There's nothing there. There's just nothing. So what seems to be a separate person or me, when that recognition seems to happen, it is seen that the me never even existed in the first place. So already, right now, it doesn't even exist. What seems to be the me is just this, nothingness. So there's no me already. There's no one who's searching. There's no one who wants to know this. And there's no one who will become this, because there's only this. So the me is not already. Is not already. There's only what's happening, and it's happening for no one to no one. So there's no goal to reach. There's no journey. There's no path. This is immediate. this is immediate for nobody. So everything is beautiful. This doesn't mind what seems to arise. And there is already nobody who can experience this. There's already nobody who can find this and become this. Because all there is this. So what seems to be the you, a separate you, is just an imagination or a thought construct that seems to appear in this as this. So there isn't any separate person already, because what seems to be a separate person is already this. So the goal is already reached. So the finishing line is already reached. So there's no race. It's done. It's finished. Already this. Nothing else. So it doesn't matter what's happening. It doesn't really matter. This doesn't mind itself. Because everything is an expression of this. The one who is disagreeing about this and the one who's agreeing is the same. Because everything is this. The one who wants to know this, the one who has given up, is the same, because everything is this. So the one who thinks that is about to reach this, and the one who thinks that he has lost this, he has lost it. It's just this already appearing as that. So there isn't anybody who has lost it. There isn't anybody who's about to get it. It's just this. So everything is okay. It's okay. It's just an imagination that seems to appear in this and is believed to be real by no one. And there seems to be that belief that this is real. But no one is doing it. It's just happening on its own. Yeah, there's already no one there. There's already no one there. Everything that's happening, it's not personal. But there's no person. It's just happening. It's not happening to somebody. It's not happening for somebody. It's just happening.
That totally makes sense to no one.
Yeah. Yes. If it makes sense, it makes sense to no one. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense to no one. Then if somebody says, it makes sense to me, that's okay too. Because there's already nobody there. It's just a thought. The me is a thought construct. It's nothing. It's nothing at all. It doesn't even matter. Even when what seems to be the me claims to be alive and real, it's just a thought. It's nothing. It's nothing. doesn't mean anything. Because that one doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. It has no real existence. It doesn't have its own existence. It's just what seems to appear in this. It doesn't have its own separate existence. Yeah, everything is this. There's nothing outside of this. There's no separate one, separate person. Yeah, there isn't any separation. And there's no one to get it. And there's no one to get anything. There's no one to know this. This cannot be known. It's just a matter of resonance. Something resonates with this. Or should I say this resonates with itself? Yeah. It cannot be known through thoughts or understanding. Like when you read a book and understand a book, this cannot be known in that way. It cannot be understood. Even the one who seems to be trying to understand it is already it. So everything is okay. Somebody understanding this, or somebody recognizing that there's only this, that's just a story that seems to appear in this as this. A recognition that there's only this, that's a story. Somebody recognizing that there's only this, that's a story appearing in this. And it's beautiful. There's nothing wrong or right with it. Because there isn't anybody to recognize that there's only this. There isn't anybody to know this. There isn't anybody to be one with this. Because all there is this. So already there isn't anybody who's waiting for anything. There isn't anybody who's expecting anything. There isn't anybody who's desiring anything. It's just this already. So that's why I always say there isn't any, there is no escape. There is no escape. Whatever may be spoken, whatever may be discussed, no matter which direction it may seem to go, it's just wholeness appearing as that. So there is no escape. You can't speak or talk about anything else but this. There is really no escape. Everything that seems to be happening is just this expressing itself. There is no division. There is no separation. There is no Tom. There is no Joyce. There is no James. There is no Hendrix. There's no cats, there's no chicken, there's no cow, there's no spider. Relaxing, relax, just not be in a mode, searching mode.
Yes.
Just come back to yourself, that you have never left.
Yes.
Yeah, and just stop searching in a way. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's right.
Stop searching.
Yes.
Stop searching. Stop looking for this. Stop looking for those glimpses that you had. Because in a way, it seems as if we are looking for those moments, those experiences that happened. If we could just relax, stop searching, and just be. I know that there isn't anybody to just be, but it's just an advice. Yeah, just be.
Just be.
Just be. Just be. Because what seems to be looked for is already who you are. What you are looking for is already who you are. So just stop looking for yourself that you've never lost. Yeah, stay with yourself. Stay with yourself. Be with yourself that you've never left. Yeah, just be. Just be. Stop looking for what you already are. What you already are doesn't require anything. It has no desire to become anything or to do anything. What you are is not waiting for anything to happen. Doesn't have any expectation.
It doesn't matter whether you go to work or not, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So you're already that. You're already this. Nothingness. Formlessness. Spaciousness. It doesn't have any religion. It doesn't have any tradition. It doesn't have any name. It doesn't have any saying. It doesn't belong to any color or race. It doesn't belong to any nation. It's just this. It doesn't have anything to say about what's happening. It's just there. Looking without any intention, without any expectation, without any judgment. There's no judgment. How can it judge itself? This is beautiful, just the way it is. So, you're already there. You're already there. Thoughts, they mean nothing. They mean nothing. Somebody who seems to be on the journey looking for this, it's just an imagination that seems to appear in this, as this. Everything is your own self. Everybody is your own self. So there's nobody. It's just you. Just this. This is beyond words. Words themselves are this. Yet they can't describe this. Sometimes we use concepts to describe what cannot be described. So this is beyond description. Yet description, what seems to be description is already this. So even words are not important. Just a matter of resonating. That resonance. So there is already nobody there who's looking for this. Yes. Because there's only this.
Yeah.
So there isn't a separate me who's dreaming here. There's just this dreaming to be a separate me. A thought that says, but I'm here, I'm somebody who's real. That's just thoughts. They don't mean anything. They are not an evidence that there's a real somebody. There's just formlessness and thoughts appearing in this formlessness saying, oh, but I'm somebody. I'm gonna get up and walk to the loo now. There's just a thought. There's nobody there. There's nobody to get up and walk to the loo. Everything is already formless and empty. But I don't get this. There's just a thought. Doesn't mean anything. Oh, I get this now. It's just another thought that appears in this.
Yeah.
They are meaningless. They are both meaningless.
Yeah, I can see that now.
Yeah. Nkosi is talking beautiful words, saying beautiful words. It's just a thought appearing in this. There's no Nkosi who's doing anything here. There's nobody here. And there's no Alice who's listening. And there's no Alice who will understand this and become this. Because there's only this. But I don't understand this. There's just another thought appearing in this. but they still here. There's still a person, an individual. There's just a dot appearing in this. That's another thought. Yeah, there isn't a you already who's doing that.
There isn't a me and a them.
Yeah, there isn't a you already, and there is no them. It's just what's happening. Thoughts appearing, they don't belong to anyone. Feelings, sensations, they don't belong to anyone. Anger arising, talking happening, doesn't belong to anyone. It's just talking happening. So it doesn't really matter what's happening. But the character may do anything, it doesn't really matter. It's okay. There isn't somebody there. There's no one there. It's just what's happening. So there's no need to feel guilty about anything. There's no right or wrong here. Getting it or not getting it, it's okay. This doesn't have any expectations that a character should behave in a certain way. There are no requirements here. There are no should and shouldn't. Yeah. So whatever that seems to be appearing, or whatever that seems to come up, it's just that should be done. There are no expectation that a character should behave in a certain way. Somebody who listens to non-duality should behave in a certain way. No, there are no expectations. If love seems to come up for somebody, it's okay too. If hatred seems to come up, it's okay too. It appears and disappears as this. So it's not personal. It doesn't belong to anyone. Hatred, love, confusion doesn't belong to anyone. It's just what seems to be appearing, so it's okay. But if somebody, if an apparent somebody tries to own it, then it seems as if there's a problem. But when it's left to be just as it is, there's no problem. It's just what's appearing. There's nobody there. It doesn't belong to any individual, any apparent individual. Nothing belongs to an individual because there is no individual. Everything is just happening, appearing and disappearing. Thoughts appearing and disappearing. Anger appearing and disappearing. Frustration appearing and disappearing. Yeah, it's unconditional love.
Unconditional love.
Unconditional love, where anger is okay, frustration is okay, confusion is okay.
That's all unconditional love.
Yes. It's all unconditional love. There's no one to have unconditional love.
Right.
It's just unconditional love.
There's no one to have it.
There's no one to have it. There's no one who possesses it. So everything, no matter what it is, no matter what it seems to be, it's just accepted just the way it is. So that's unconditional love. So confusion is okay. Frustration is okay. Love is okay. Everything is okay because it's just an expression of this. So this doesn't mind what's happening. Doesn't mind what's appearing, because what seems to appear is it already. So there is just unconditional love in that way, because everything is allowed to be as it is. There is no suppression. There is nothing that is not this. Everything is this. So the bodies, there is nobody in them. They're just empty bodies. There's no one there. Somebody who seems to be there is just a projection, just somebody's projection.
Right.
Just a projection that seems to appear. It's not even somebody's projection, it's just a projection that seems to appear that says, oh, there is somebody there. That's somebody's mom, that's somebody's dad. That's a projection. There's nobody there, just bodies that seem to have a name, but they are empty. So no one will ever die because no one has ever been born. There is no death because there's no one who's alive already. What seems to be life, life is everywhere. Life is not separated. So there isn't anybody who has a life. There isn't anybody who owns a life. Somebody saying it's my life, it's just a thought that seems to appear in this. It's nobody's life. It's just life everywhere. So when the body drops, it's as if nothing happened to this life. So life recognizes itself that it has never been a body. The body was more like a costume. Yeah, it's nothing really.
Caricature. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not important. Life does not die. Life does not die. There's no death to life. Life is everywhere and it's everything, yet it's nothing. Sensations are not an evidence that there's somebody there. If there's that sensation that mere feelings, a sense of not being there yet, it doesn't mean anything.